and Lily. We're going to do a video today making some science experiments with holiday things that you may have at home. So Lily's counting our candy canes. You hold it up so they can see candy cane. We're using some little mini candy canes for this first science experiment. We also need 4 jars. Okay, we have our 4 jars. They're on the counter, and in each of our jars we're going to put something different, a different liquid, and we're going to see which of these liquids make a candy cane dissolve faster. So the candy canes will break apart and disappear and turn liquid, and we're going to see if any of the liquids we put them in will do that faster or slower. So we need hot water, cold water, vinegar, and oil. Bless you. Okay, so we're going to get some. Okay, so we're warming up water in the kettle. It just needs to be warm, not too hot. I think I said hot earlier. And we've labeled our jars: cold water, that'll have the warm water, oil, and vinegar. Lily, will you open up those 4 candy canes? She discovered we had a 5th, so, you know, you might as well eat that one. Okay, Lily's opened up our 4 candy canes, and we're gonna place one in each of our 4 jars for our experiments. Okay, Lil. Cold water, hot water, oil, vinegar. My vinegar is from my cleaning jar, so it has a lot of water in it also, but we'll see. So here's cold, warm, oil, vinegar. We're gonna let these sit for a bit, and then we're gonna come back to them and see. Oh, Lily is pointing out that in the warm water one, it's already losing some of its color. Can you guys see the candy cane dissolving? Sort of looks like bubbles and smoke coming up from it. And candy cane in the warm water is already dissolving. That's super fast.
Hey, check this cold candy cane. See, some of it is coming up too.
Oh yeah, it's coming up a little.
Oh, look at the vinegar.
Slower.
You can see a bunch.
Oh, look at that. Let me see.
But how about this? It's not much as this.
Oh, look at that. It's coming up. You can see it. All right. We're gonna let these sit and we'll come back to them. Okay, so the candy cane in the cold water has started floating. And the candy cane in the hot water has lost all of its red. And you can see the bubbles are still going with the white. Candy cane in the oil seems to look just like when we put it in there. And the candy cane in the vinegar is losing some of its coloring and starting to dissolve as well. Well, tell me if you guys had the same results as us for which liquid makes a candy cane dissolve the fastest and which liquid candy canes don't dissolve in at all. Thanks for joining us for this experiment. Our next experiment is sink or float. I have some holiday objects, and I just need a bowl. Clear bowls are good because then you can see them better sinking or floating, but any bowl you have at home is fine. Just fill it with some tap water. I have a metal star cookie cutter, decorated pine cone, Christmas tree ornament, a pecan from our Christmas tree farm visit, and a metal hook for hanging ornaments on a Christmas tree. Let's see what's gonna sink And what is gonna float? Sink or float science experiments. If something weighs less than water, lighter, it will float to the top. If something weighs more than the water, it's heavier, it will sink to the bottom. So first you want to make a hypothesis. This is a metal star cookie cutter. So I'm thinking that it's gonna sink. Oh, sunk right down to the bottom. This is a pine cone. Usually wood and things from nature often float. Let's see what will happen. It is floating. It's touching that. You guys see it? Float, float. I think this hook is gonna sink, but let's see. Oh! Sunk right down to the bottom. I think a pecan will float. There it goes. And this ornament is pretty light, but I don't know if it's gonna sink or float. Seems like some Christmas ornaments might sink. Ooh, floating. Put that big one back in so you can see. Got a few things that float, a few things that sink. Whichever has the same density as water, less or more, will determine what it does in the water. You, of course, don't have to use these same objects. If you have any objects at home that you want to do an experiment with and see if they sink or float, join us. And last but not least, we're going to do the classic vinegar and baking soda with a holiday twist science experiment. I have aluminum foil on my baking sheet. I found some holiday shaped cookie cutters. Really, you can do any cookie cutters. I'm going to fill the cookie cutters up with the baking soda, and I added some glitter. So here are our cookie cutters. We filled them with baking soda, and we've added some glitter for funsies, because why not? The baking soda is coming out a little bit from the bottom side of my cookie cutters, but that's okay. It'll just be an experiment. We'll see what happens. Here we've got our vinegar with 2 glasses, and it might be a good idea for you guys to use some pipettes. I believe you got some in a past activity kit. I can't find mine, so we're just using some spoons. And then we have some food coloring. 1 color for each cup, and you can do whichever colors you choose. Okay, we're gonna pour a little bit of the vinegar into one. Pour a little bit of vinegar into the other one. Lily, you want to give it some drops of color?
Yes. Should we do more?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more in here. I'm trying to get all the white away.
Okay.
This is cool. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.